All right, y'all. This video really gonna hurt me to make, man. Anybody that knows me know I'm Chicago, Illinois to the bone gristle. Like I'm talking about, if you cut my arm right now, mouth sauce will fall out, not blood, and it'll fall out to form the number 773. I'm that Chicago, Illinois, right? And so when Kanye and Lupe Fiasco first got on the scene, like they saved a young man on the south side of Chicago like me, in gang-infested neighborhoods, they saved my life with the music they was making because they were embraced for being themselves and not in an era where everybody was being tough, being gangster, being street. They were being conscious, being dope, talking about fly stuff in a cool manner and dropping knowledge. And people loved them. So it let me know that it was okay to be myself as I was transitioning out of elementary school, or as we say in Chicago, transitioning out of grammar school to high school, right? It had me being confident in who I was, right? I remember hearing Food and Liquor, hearing The Cool and how it changed my life. I'm listening to it on my iPod Nano, going on the red line, on the 112 Vincennes bus to Morgan Park High School, vibing out. Because I'm like, man, this dude Lupe is something different. He's something special. And he still is special. And I'm still a fan of his artistry, right? But this hating on Kendrick Lamar has got to stop, okay? For those who don't know, Lupe Fiasco is quoted as saying, how could Kendrick Lamar say Drake isn't a part of the culture in hip hop, but he's selling more records and tour dates? Now, Lupe Fiasco of all people knows that hip hop is about more than just selling records and tour dates. He knows that if it was just about selling records, Vanilla Ice would be at the top of the game. Now, I'm not saying Drake is nowhere near, in no way, shape, form, or fashion, close to Vanilla Ice. Rapping wise, none of that. I'm not saying that at all, right? And you know, it's not. I don't have a problem with him giving Drake kudos or him saluting Drake, but I know it's really rooted in jealousy towards Kendrick Lamar. Let's be honest, man. When Lupe Fiasco first hit the scene, he was the conscious brother. The brother that was talking pro-black knowledge, the pro-black Muslim dude that people was comparing to Nasir Jones. People was looking at him as the next Nas. Seriously, right? And so everybody was looking at him as the next big thing, especially coming from my city of Chicago. I was proud to have him coming from my city, right? And I believe, I've been seeing it since that Control verse dropped in 2013. He's been passive-aggressively, and he's been dissing Kendrick Lamar in a passive-aggressive fashion. Now, when he directly responded, to Control and all of that, but he's been taking shots at Kendrick for a while, telling people that like Kendrick, who was that, Rosenberg or something, telling him he be on Kendrick nuts too tight or something like that, all type of stuff. And see, he has a complex about rappers being compared to him, especially a rapper that has surpassed him on the success ladder. And so he feel away. Kendrick Lamar is everything that he feel like he is supposed to be as far as success-wise. He feel like Kendrick is having the success that he aimed to have. And I believe he feels a way about that. He don't like that. He don't like the comparisons. He don't like that, Kendrick filled a lane and filled a void that he once was occupying and took it to another level. You know what I mean? And to me, that's whack. Kendrick ain't never said nothing bad about Lupe. And again, this is coming from a Chicagoan, pure Chicagoan, South Side for real. I grew up eating Harold's Chicken on 103rd and Halsted. You feel me? So I'm Chicago to the bone. I know Lupe from out west, but still this Chicago, right? But Kendrick ain't said nothing to that man. Nothing negative about that man. Ain't said nothing about him, right? All that man been doing is working on his artistry, honing his craft, and keep creating quality music. Now, I haven't liked every single thing that Kendrick Lamar has done. I'm not going to sit and act like I have. I haven't. But it's a lot of stuff that I have enjoyed, and he's having a moment right now. And he is capitalizing on it in a major fashion. He's up right now. He's basking in a moment of victory in one of the biggest rap battles we've ever seen in hip-hop. You know what I mean? And again, Lupe really feel a way about Kendrick's success. You know what I mean? And see, the problem with this is, man, Lupe would be much more appreciated if he didn't talk down to his audience so much. Lupe has this like God complex, this know-it-all God complex, where he feel like he know everything and you don't know nothing. And that turns a lot of people off. And it's turned off a lot of his fans too. And that's the problem, man. Like, You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think this don't even got to be no thing. You know what I mean? Lupe is a great rapper, phenomenal rapper, and Kendrick is too. But again, he been passive aggressively taking shots. He been taking shots at Kendrick for a while. Lupe been doing that for a while. You know, and that's why I don't, this quote is not rooted, I don't think it's rooted in really just supporting Drake for real. It's really rooted in him feeling a way about Kendrick. That's really what I feel like it is, man. And yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think it's whack to be doing this, man. I think it's whack to be doing it because it's rooted in Lupe feeling a way about him not reaching the heights that Kendrick has reached. You know, and some would say this is Lupe's own fault. Some say, man, Lupe, as he got bigger and got, you know, as he furthered his career, he started getting more into Japanese culture more than black culture at times. You know, I don't know. I'm not going to get into all of that, but I do remember him having a tweet that said he was more culturally Japanese than he was African, which is fucking crazy. Which is crazy, right? I don't care in what context. Saying you more culturally Japanese than African is crazy to me, especially when you came out as a pro-black conscious brother. That's wild to me. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just think it's rooted into him feeling a way about Kendrick's success. And people always they were comparing Kendrick to Lupe for a while. And I think he took that personally. And I think he used that as a way to have a vendetta against Kendrick. But he waited until that Control verse came out and tried to take that personally. And a lot of these dudes have felt certain ways about Kendrick since that verse. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then I get on Twitter and I see a dude mention Lupe. Well, I would say this. Maybe Lupe blocked the dude because he felt like the dude was trying to bait him into saying to piss him off. But the dude added Lupe in his little post about Kendrick Lamar winning a Pulitzer Prize 6 years ago, and then Lupe blocked him immediately, right? So I get it. He think the dude trying to troll him, and probably the dude probably was trying to, not probably, he was. So he just blocked him. But I really do think that Lupe feels a way about Kendrick's success. And, you know, Kendrick got Chicago heritage from his parents. His parents from Chicago, Illinois. His father from the Robert Taylor Projects, like my mama is, like my whole maternal side of my family is from the Robert Taylors, man. Chicago, like, you know, his parents from Chicago. He's a Compton brother, but his parents from Chicago, you know, and so it don't even got to be to this level. It really don't. And I know people gonna come in my comments saying, how dare you try to accuse Lupe of being jealous? Lupe is a deeper rapper than him. He's much more intellectual at times. But to me, man, you don't always have to dig deep into someone's lyrics to grasp an understanding of what they're trying to say. So Kendrick don't have to be extra deep all the time for you to grasp what he's saying. Now, Lupe is extremely deep. Like, I remember Dumb It Down had my mind blown, and I love that song to this day. But he got to get that jealousy out of his heart, bro. Kendrick ain't did nothing to him for him to warn him trying to feel like this and being like being overly. I think, is he trying to bait him into dissing him so he can have a rap battle with him? I think that's the goal for him, to have a battle with Kendrick, but I don't think Kendrick gonna take that bait. But Lupe got to cut it out.